it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles. Loose change and I can't buy a thing. I'm like
And we welcome you into Robert Morris University, the Island Sports Center, for continuing coverage of the Pennsylvania State Hockey Championships here on TenbandTV and Trib HSSN. The battle between West and East so far is tied at 1. This is Chapter 3. featuring the 2A state championship. The North Penn Knights are the Flyers Cup champions. The Cathedral Prep Ramblers are the Penguins Cup champions. With Ty Polk, I'm Bob Orkwis. Ty, Chapter 3 between two teams. North Penn looking for their first ever state title, and the Ramblers are in search of state title number 4.
Yeah, it's a common occurrence. One team that's been dominant on one side of the state, Erie Cathedral Prep, and on the other side, North Penn. It's been a long time coming for the Knights. They've had a lot of great players over time, but now they finally have had it all together, and now they're here, and now they're looking to make their first trip, their best trip, by winning the state championship.
So they were the number 2 seed. They had a bye in the Flyers Cup championship, did North Penn. They beat Penridge, the defending state champions. They've been a good team in Downingtown East. And Council Rock South, the number 1 seed, 8-2. Now head coach Kevin Vitus told me the score was not indicative of how close the game was, especially after 2 periods. But that's a pretty convincing victory for the Knights.
I had a chance to watch that game back and just see how it was for them. North Penn definitely did have that stranglehold on the lead a little bit. At 3-2, it did feel that they were in control, but I don't think anyone ever saw 5 straight coming across. It was probably one of the more electric games you'll ever see. And I want to make sure that people preface it like this. Single A is where scores are kind of out of whack. When you're looking at Flyers Cup Double A side over there, this is a team that scored 126 goals. Any team in Double A here on the west side has not reached 90. That's how big this team's offense is. It's puck management, it's forcing the issue on it, getting your goaltender going side to side, and man, if they get out on a run, look out. We might be seeing a 10 spot.
On the other side, a little bit of drama for the Ramblers. They had 2 shutouts, right, in the opening round in the semifinals in the Penguin Cup playoffs. They had to go to overtime to beat Fox Chapel, and it's a team, Erie Cathedral Prep, that didn't give up a goal for over 131 minutes before they rebounded nicely against Fox Chapel. They had 2 heroes, 3 if you include Ian Brown. Actually, everyone's a hero when you win a Penguin Cup championship in overtime, right? But Tucker Kinnear tied the game late in regulation. Ethan Cunningham with a hat trick won it in overtime.
Yeah, Ethan Cunningham is, as Matt Vandriak put it, the local hero, but he might be the hero of the west side if he does it again here today. This Erie Cathedral Prep team, much like how we saw Burrell earlier today, they're going off to nationals in Irvine, California. They had an opportunity to face teams out in Chicago. They're used to facing teams that are outside of the Western Pennsylvania or even Northwest Pennsylvania bubble for them. So this is a team that's been through it all. They're ready to see one more opponent, this time in their own state, before they go back out west and they try to go up against some of the better programs in all of United States high school hockey.
Coach Mark Sprickman told me that similar teams, they both have pretty good goaltending. He said at this time of the year, right, your system is your system, so it's really hard to maybe focus on anything game-specific for North Penn in this situation. I did talk to him about a couple of his coaches, by the way. Mentioned Erie Cathedral Prep, the Ramblers going for their 4th Penguins Cup, 1984, 1997, 2015, 3-1 over Downingtown East. Assistant coach Ben Eliason, assistant coach Jake Schlosser were members of that Penguins Cup champion, that Pennsylvania Cup championship team for the Ramblers. So hopefully they had some advice on what to expect for Cathedral Prep as they take on North Penn in this one.
Yeah, anytime you had that experience of, even as a coach going back into it, I remember with South Fayette a few years ago, that's a team that I covered a lot here in this same Double-A bracket. They had some coaches with experience. You think of Schwartz, he had experience being a part of Peters Township and all that stuff. So it was coaches that been there, done that before. They help so much whenever you finally get a team over the hump.
This one, we're going to pick up the PA here in a second. But it's a good matchup again. North Penn, the number 2 seed, winning the Flyers Cup over Council Rock South. And Cathedral Prep, the Penguins Cup champion, in overtime, 5-4 over the Fox Chapel Foxes, who were the number 1 seed. So a pair of number 2s going at it for the Pennsylvania Cup Championship. Earlier today, the first ever Challenge Cup in Division II, Borough 8, Pope John Paul 3. Chalk Up 1 for the West. In 1A, 13th straight now for the East, Garnet Valley 7, Avonworth 2.
Yeah, you got to go all the way back to Quaker Valley. And when you think about it, I mean, the Class A bracket, we thought it was going to be Chartiers Valley here. Then, of course, Mars had something different to say about that. And, of course, Avonworth had something different to say about that. But in the end, it's a tough loss for the Antelopes.
Let's make the teams. Then we'll have the national anthem first, the teams, and then the face-off from Robert Morris University Island Sports Center.
Yep, let's go down to the public address announcer, Austin McLean.
The Penguins Cup champions, the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. All right, let's meet the North Penn Knights. Number 3, Landon Hostetter. Number 7, Samuel Norton.
Hey, I meant every word. I could have went about 10 more minutes. 10 hours.
Number 13, Luke Haftel. Number 16, Harris Huntsberger. Number 15, Andy Norton. Number 18, Gabriel Dunn. Number 19, Derek Magura. Number 22, Chris Silvani. Number 25, Thomas Spratt. Number 26, Vincent Mason. Number 29, Cody Marlin. Number 30, Abe Quigley. Number 31, Ian McAteer. Number 32, Daquan Wilson. Number 44, Daquan Lee. Number 48, Cole Fluck. Number 62, Daniel Calvaros. Number 65, Andrew Shinkover. Number 71, Alex Walker. Number 77, Tyler Evans. Number 78, Nolan Shingle. Number 98, Mila Little. Head coach, Kevin Bates. Assistant coaches, Matt Stella, Frank Sumter, and George Watkins. That is the North Penn Knights.
I like your logo. Remember the Scottish Claymores in NFL Europe?
All right, let's meet the Penguins Cup champions, the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Number 3, Charlie McBride. Number 4, Rylan Soar. Number 7, Ashley Eugenie. Number 8, Michael Courtor. Number 9, Vinny Scalise. Number 12, Marissa Carucci. Number 13, Logan Morris. Number 18, Brady Sack. Number 19, Luke T. Number 20, Jared Montagna. Number 21, Matthias Sprickman. Number 22, Nick Polk. Number 23, Natalie Schwartz. Number 25, Nick Boone. 26, Ethan Cunningham. Number 33, Ian Brown. Number 36, Henry Fritz. Number 38, Tucker Kinnear. Number 77, Austin Evans. Number 94, Hyatt Hertz. The head coach for the Ramblers is Mark Strickman. Assistant coaches, Gio Nushi, Ben Elyson, and Jacob Slowster. That is the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Today's linesmen are Taylor Zalek and Nick Miller. And tonight's referees are Cody Pisano and Jesse Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2025 Pennsylvania State Finalists.
That area. There's 2 rinks up there.
At this time, we ask you to please rise as you are in order to move your hats and direct your attention to the flags beside the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say doth that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
There are the introduction of the teams, our national anthem from the RMU ISC. 22-3 for North Penn. They won their first Flyers Cup. They go for Pennsylvania Cup number 1. 17-4, 2 overtime wins for Cathedral Prep. They won their 4th Penguins Cup. They go for Pennsylvania Cup number 4 as well. Now the nerves are there, right? Talk to Ian Brown, the starting goaltender, no surprise there. Was playing every minute for Cathedral Prep. He told me nervous energy. And I said, you always got to get that first stop in. And he goes, nervous energy becomes regular energy.
Yep.
But maybe extra energy, right? Because it's a state championship.
I think you got to have some nerves there. Everything that you've been wanting for out this season. I know you got nationals coming up next, but you want this above everything else so you can walk into there and say, hey, we're a state champion too. We're highly regarded in our state as well. So they want to make it happen.
Kevin Vitus was an assistant, North Penn graduate. He's been the head coach, North Penn, since 2009, 16 years. 6 years for Mark Sprickman, who's a hockey guy. I told him that in the most complimentary way. I said, when are you leaving for States? Monday. He goes, I go Tuesday because I'm back here Monday with the 14 and unders in the middle school championship. That's a hockey guy right there.
Oh, absolutely. You got to go across the state, but you're going to coach 14 and unders? Why not? You got to love this game. You got to love this too.
Light blue and navy blue for the Knights. The white sweaters, black and orange for the Ramblers. They're in the zone. There's the first shot of the game that's handled by the freshman in goal, Andy Norton, just 11 seconds in. Andy Norton was all Flyers Cup tournament team, 9 wins during the regular season, which tied for second, 3-0 with a .214 goals against average and a .909 save percentage. in the Flyers Cup Championship. Trying to come out of the zone is Sam Norton. His brother, who was the Bobby Clark Award winner, the MVP of 2A Flyers Cup Championship. There's the hero, Ethan Cunningham, with a wrist shot. He scored a goal like that against Fox Chapel. That goes wide. The Ramblers on the forecheck, but the Knights pick it up. And a good little return pass, and with speed comes Sam Norton. Well, he runs into Cole Pluck, who did a good job defending his own teammate right there. Centering pass and a shot, and Brown gets his first save on a turning shot from Nolan Shingle.
Yeah, good job of making something out of that, especially with a little bit of confusion going off from that forecheck. They're going right up into the play.
Counterattack. Matthias Sprickman comes in, and he'll get a lot of ice time and do a little bit of everything. He and Tucker Kinnear for the Ramblers. There's a shot from the middle point. Logan Morris deflected wide by Cunningham. On the puck, the Ramblers, they center it. And there's just a little off the mark for Vinny Scalise, and it comes out of the zone. Both teams go for a line change.
Yeah, their puck management and North Penn, their speed through the zone was impressive that first time down.
There's our first check of the game, Vinny Scalise. And he puts a North Penn player down, unfortunately. Scalise is one of the more physical players for the Ramblers. And we get a stoppage a minute and a half in as the North Penn player is injured.
Scalise put him right into the penalty box door. You've seen the glass reverberate after that.
They're going to look at Ian Brown. You mentioned he played 1,186 minutes. That's his total for the year, 19 wins, which is tops in 2A. And in the playoffs, 91. He stopped 91 of 95 shots. He gave up a goal, right? They had 2 shutouts, and he just shrugged that off to come back and beat Fox Chapel in overtime. He's got 5 total shutouts on the season, does Ian Brown. And again, hopefully don't know who the North Penn player is down.
So I think it's Declan Leahy. I'm watching it back on my phone. I'm using it as a secondary monitor to catch everything back.
The good news, the player is sitting up now, and that's always a good thing when they're able to set up on their own. And again, it's just a clean check in the neutral zone by Vinny Scalise. And our first hit of the game. Nice crowd here for both teams. North Penn coming across the state. And Erie Cathedral Prep told me on Tuesday, gladly happy to make the trip down I-79 once again. It is, he's being helped off. It is Declan Leahy, excuse me.
North Penn coming from Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Putting a quick entrance into Google Maps to try to tell you how far this is. About 4 hours, 56 minutes, so 5 hours.
So it's a big trip. They didn't have to get up like Pope John Paul. The Patriots had some of their players got up at 1 in the morning to get here for a 10 o'clock face-off. This one a little more reasonable, 3:30, but still 5 hours about. That's a long trip. Hostetler comes down the right wing for the Knights, gets the puck in the zone. The top linebacker out there is always got to be aware of Cole Pluck, who wears number 48 in the blue and blue. Is cleared up to McBride, but he can't get it at that. They reverse it to the right corner, the Ramblers do. Now they will flip it up and into their own bench. So that's going to be, should be an O-zone face-off for North Penn.
Kennedy's all good.
Got to be careful there. Keep your head on a swivel, Kennedy. So face-off to the right of Ian Brown. It'll be Chris Silvati on the draw against Tucker Kinnear. And Kinnear wins it for the Ramblers. They try to turn with Sprickman. And they get it to the blue line, but it's kept in. A pinch there by Declan Wilson, who dumps it in. Comes to the near corner, And the Ramblers have more time, but it's Cunningham. His stretch pass is off the mark for Noah Diley. I believe that was Diley. And now they get into the zone. There's Cunningham, a wrist shot off the net, but stick to side with the red pads and the red gloves of the goaltender, Andy Norton. And the counterattack comes left wing. That is James Boyle for the Knights. He is spun down. And a good play there by Kinnear, no penalty. Ramblers get it out of the zone back into the North Penn zone. Picked up in the neutral zone by Ethan Cunningham. His pocket picked. Chris Salvati comes the other way with a turnover. He lost it. His teammate Derek Lugera had it. Ramblers get it out of the zone by their captain, cleared by their captain, Matthias Sprickman.
I think Salvati wanted a drop pass there, and it didn't happen.
It looked like to me like he might have wanted to tee it up and pull it back and then fire it. But he lost control of the puck. It's out of the zone, and Daniel Cabrales comes back and plays it in his own end for North Penn. He'll turn up the middle of the ice. His pass finds Luke Haftel. Haftel tied up in front of the Ramblers bench, but he does poke it into the Erie Cathedral Prep zone. Cathedral Prep behind their own net. Nick Pugney takes a check. Puck comes to the near corner. Played back around to the right side where Pugney will get it. Pugney tries to get it out, can't. And retrieving now is Ashton Duchini.
Yeah, Evans in that 2-1-2 forecheck able to stop that advance.
In front of the net, be careful there with Duchini, but he does get it out. And then McBriar flips it right side, left side for Ryan Sorge, and there's a souvenir. Although I believe at this level you have to give the puck back.
And they gave it
but
back
if you make a catch, though, you should be able to keep that, right?
As far as I'm
concerned,
concerned,
it's clean.
If it's a clean catch, no bobble, that's their puck. Sorry. Don't care how many you have left. I mean, that's theirs. That one was a nice pop-up into left field.
4:02 gone in this first period. Neither team has yet to score, and in his own zone, it's the captain, Chase Kelly Del Ricci. And Samuel Norton's got room and speed. He fires it over. Good job. Ashton Duchini denies the 2-on-1 opportunity for North Penn.
North Penn's been shutting down this 1-2-2 forecheck for Erie Cathedral Prep. I mean, easily was able to solve that. That's a good back check by Duchini.
Ramblers on the right wing side in their own zone to the point, but a pinch and a keep by James Boyle. He skates with it. Good shot as he came left point to right circle. And his shot is stopped and the rebound covered up by Ian Brown.
Top of his crease, that's what you want out of Ian Brown. He was looking for those early saves. Well, he got them, no doubt.
So that's out of the way, right?
Yep.
Now it's just hockey. Checks are out of the way. Shots are out of the way. The sweat is starting to accrue. Now you just play hockey, right? You've done that for most of your lives. Puck to the blue line, but out. And Hostetler in the neutral zone plays. Landon Hostetler. Hostetler, defenseman, but pretty active offensively. 5th in goals, 5th in assists, and 5th in points during the regular season. And Kinnear goes, he takes Cabrales out of the play. That should be a trip.
Looked a little close to a knee-on-knee, but
North Penn
that's a penalty.
Playing in the SHL, which is the Suburban High School Hockey League, and they go on the man advantage for the first time through the playoffs. This is one of their strengths, according to Coach Vitus. They wanted to get on the man advantage. They like their high-end talent, and we'll see it on display. The Ramblers have yet to allow a power play goal. 14 of 14 through 3 Penguins Cup playoff games. Cathedral Prep has won 8 straight games. 13 straight for North Penn. 16 of 17. That's a good start. Face-off win and a clear for the Ramblers. Now they're going to get a steal. Rylan Sorge try to get it back in front.
He got it right back.
For Corator. This is a good start to the PK for CP. Well, Cabrales is okay after that trip. He comes into the zone and sets it up now. Daniel Cabrales on the right wing boards. Tries to get it back to Shingle. Nolan Shingle skates. Down low, good tip, but they missed the net. Pluck on the near side, deflected it wide. And they'll work left wing half boards, now left point. And a turn. Norton fires. Right pad save by Ian Brown. Chance to clear, and Sorge does the job.
Good pressure by North Penn on that power play, able to get Brown shifting left to right.
Easy to see physically why the sophomore Samuel Norton was the Bobby Clark winner. He's got speed and size for a sophomore. The Knights get it in, but just like that, Ramblers clear it out. They've killed a minute 10 on this man advantage here in the first period.
And they started off with 2 shots shorthanded as well.
And coming out of his own zone, skating with it is Sam Norton. He winds his way through the center of the ice. Good stick by McBriar. That creates a loose puck. Can they clear it? They will. Slapped out of the zone by Garrett Schwartz for Cathedral Prep. 90 seconds gone in the penalty.
Cathedral Prep has been fantastic with the clearances, and they almost created another chance shorthanded.
Nolan Shingle will get it into the zone. In front, he still has it. He wound his way to the slot area. Ramblers get it. McBriar clears on the backhand.
Yeah, you want to clean that up if you're ECP, not allowing someone into the slot. Nearly a move made by Shingle that would have went in on Brown from there. Would have been real tough to make a save.
So the penalty is over. We're 5 aside as back to the ice comes Tucker Kinnear. For the Ramblers, they kill the first special teams opportunity. Brown sticks it, leaves it for Duchini on the fence. It'll come to the near boards for Sorge. He'll clear the zone. Now you can change up your personnel on both sides. Del Ricci plays in his own zone. He'll get the return pass behind the goal. His pass, though, to no one. It actually finds the stick of Garrett Schwartz. He'll put it back in, and an offside call as Scalise came in, but Kinnear was trapped up offsides for Cathedral Prep. 9:38 showing on the first period clock. There you see a quick view of the Ramblers bench. We got the white sweaters on today, being the home team. This Pennsylvania Cup championship switches each side. Last year was in Westchester. Shot, that's Cunningham. He narrowly missed that post and getting the game's first goal. But it slid wide, and it's cleared by North Penn. Well, that was a shifty play for Lou Gehrig. Tried to glove it, tie, put it into space, and retrieve.
To put it behind the back like he was playing basketball.
Time of the year, right? We got the state semifinals going on in high school basketball.
North Penn, a pretty solid basketball team as well there.
A pretty solid football team as well. They're normally in the mix, as are the Ramblers. Good pass, good dummy, and a shot, save. Blocker save by Andy Norton on the wrister taken by Chris Brucey. And there's a shot deflected down low by Brucey.
Brucey able to get open in the slot, cut to the net, and that deflection, if he's able to put that over the left pad, that's in.
Brucey did a good job. His first shot was from the right point. Then he got in front. Here comes Matthias Sprickman out of his own zone. He can go end to end. Head and shoulders. He does, but he shot it wide. Rebound! And it goes through the crease by Sorge. Wow, what a great rush by Sprickman. He narrowly missed. He put the moves on coming down the slot against Andy Norton.
Head and shoulders, nearly got it between the knees and toes.
It's a penalty coming up. Maybe it's not. But head and shoulders and hips, right?
Yeah.
And narrowly missed. Going end to end did Matthias Sprickman. Faceoff will come to the right of Andy Norton. 167 goals against average. Let me reset that in the Flyers Cup at a .939 save percentage with one shutout in 3 games. We'll try to walk out. Good stick poke there. Poke check by Andy Norton. And the counterattack comes with James Boyle. Tries to cut inside of Courtois. Puck in the zone, but it's picked up there by Schwartz. He'll turn and come up. He's got room and time and space. Wrist shot high over top the net. Norton can't find it. Comes out the opposite side. On the backhand over there is Thomas Sprague. Sprague gets it up to Pluck. That Pluck is dumped by Courtois, another one of the physical defensemen for the Ramblers.
Yeah, that freight train coming through Courtois. He had him lined up in his sights.
Head down for Cole Pluck, right?
Yeah, you know what they mean. Head down, man down.
Well, that's actually what happened there. Delayed offside, but it's cleared out. Kinnear will dump it back in for the Ramblers. 7.5 to go in this first period. We stay scoreless. Cunningham, first to the puck, centers it. And that's a good turn and a good clear in front of his own net by James Boyle, icing against North Penn.
Hope we got a replay of that hit because, man, that was an incredible lineup by Courtois.
And the open ice hit on one of the top players in Cole Pluck.
So you get to see the look over there with the Cathedral Prep. That's
they're
over there, they're over there.
They brought their voices, right?
Oh, no doubt.
And their enthusiasm before the game. I think they moved from to our right to the left corner.
Yeah, they moved over. I think there's still some over there, but mostly
there. Fans. Sprickman might not have been on the net. Rebound being tucked at by Tucker Kinnear. It's still loose, and it comes out. Although he lost sight of the puck, even though it squared it out to the near side, but good pressure after winning the face-off by the Ramblers.
Oh, yeah, great start off of that face-off, but Norton able to stay with it enough, and I want you to say this. The light blue and dark blue on there, red pads, it kind of looks like Thomas Foucault, just a little bit.
Wow, Google that, folks. Coach Vitus and I had a Ron Hextall conversation for the game, but you threw out Thomas Vacoon.
Well, that's a little newer than that one.
Well, people need to Google
And
that.
I think
he spent some time.
He's not public enemy number one on the west side and the east side.
He spent some time in the Penguins. Good read by Kinnear to poke it to Cunningham. They keep it in the zone, but that shot is blocked by Landon Hostetter. Behind the net, Kinnear trying to skate out of it. He does. His centering pass is blocked again by North Penn. Comes to Sprickman, his shot. Cunningham tried to get a tip. He couldn't, but it's sticked aside by Andy Norton. Puck is tied up in the left corner. Kicked free. Try to go to Sprickman, but it's intercepted and cleared by the Knights. They've got a 4-on-2. Their drop pass, though, intercepted. Kinnear counterattacks. It's an odd man break the other way, and they turn it over to the Ramblers as Daniel Cabrales got back to break it up. Low angle shot by Kinnear. That's actually Cunningham that is stopped by Norton and cleared. And Ashton Duchini goes back in his own zone to retrieve for Erie Cathedral Prep.
I think Cunningham was expecting on that tip for the puck to be higher because he was aiming higher for that tip and it went in low instead.
So odd man breaks both ways and the puck up into the Ramblers bench over there. The other assistant for Coach Sprickman, many said Ben Eliasson and Jacob Schlosser were on the last state championships. Gio Duchini, who is Ashton Duchini's father. So a little family affair because Mark Sprickman, not only is he the head coach, he is Matthias's father, and they get a chance to coach both of his sons. Braden, who plays junior hockey in Westchester out east, and it's a family affair because their mom, who is she is the manager, the team manager. So the Sprickmans are all over. There's a shot, hit the post, did it not?
Yeah, from the midline, it was Garrett Schwartz who got that on a line, and it's right off the crossbar.
Don't expect that right from a sort of an innocuous shot against the good goalie.
I think it was just a regular dump in that just decided, nah, I'm going to see eyes, I'm going to go on goal.
So they keep it in the zone, North Penn. They have the early push. The Ramblers have had the better of the play late. Puck tied up in the neutral zone as we near 5 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. That's James Boyle in his own zone. The puck rushing defenseman comes up the right side. Sorge takes a piece of him, and then Sorge is able to get it and skate it out of the zone for Cathedral Prep. His long wrist shot is blocked, but he stays on the puck, so a good job in both ends for Ryland Sorge. Off the bench to that puck, trying to keep it in, but they missed it. I believe that was Scalise over there. Actually, it was not. It was Cortor. And the Knights, will that be icing? Yes. So we'll get an O-zone face-off for the Ramblers. 4:34 left in this first period. Erie Cathedral Prep chasing Penguin Cup, or PA Cup number 4. Flyers Cup number 1 means you got your first chance at a state championship for North Penn. Face-off to the left of freshman Andy Norton. And we'll do it again. Kevin Vitus, by the way, the North Penn graduate, was the 2024 winner of the North Penn Alumni Award for his work, leading his alma mater. The Knights win the draw in their own zone. Can they clear it out? They will. Deflected away at the blue line, Luke Haftel, and Ian Brown has to leave it for Michael Cortor, who comes to the near side for the Ramblers. Skates around 1-4 checker and gains speed out of the zone. Dumps it. He won't chase, though. He's a defenseman, so he peels back. And the Knights clear it to the far side. Matthias Sprickman. We saw a great rush earlier from Sprickman. Cunningham, the hat trick, and then went over Fox Chapel. Stolen by Sam Norton. He goes to the backhand. It's pass, returning it for Haftel, but it's off the mark. Cleared by the Ramblers. Can they counterattack right wing side with Brucey? He does get it. Shot deflects up into the meshing, and a face-off forthcoming in the Knights zone.
Yeah, that was Cabrales coming back with the stick-on puck. Got to credit to Erie Cathedral Prep. Their zone entries have been fantastic, maybe a little bit of trouble early on, but North Penn has really been shut down for a little bit. If it wasn't for that takeaway by Norton, it would have been tough.
Face-off win and a wrist shot by Pugney, stopped by the stick of Andy Norton. It could be an interference call, and it will be.
Savati.
What are the shots in this one? You've got the official ledger over there.
In favor of ECP.
First time the Ramblers go on the power play.
Savati picked up that tripping penalty, and it kind of was a little bit of an accidental tripping there, but still, as the play's going through the middle, you have to be cognizant of your stick. They're going to call that penalty every time.
This is a Penny.com power play. They are Pennsylvania's official health insurance marketplace and the only place to get financial savings to help cover the cost of coverage and care. If you miss the open enrollment period, go to Penny.com, click Can I Apply to learn about your options, Penny.com, because you're worth protecting. Ramblers fire. That's Sprickman. He missed the near post. And can they keep it in? They will. Tapped from Duchini to Sprickman, who goes to the right circle. That's off the stick of Brucey. Cleared up and out. And the counterattack for Sam Norton, although he loses it. Oh, he steals it. Norton goes in, cuts inside, backhand, forehand. Great left pad save by Ian Brown.
Boy, Norton almost put it in between the wickets. As, yeah, you had that pass out in front. Shingle couldn't get it, but then it was a pass back in front. As you can see, Duchini just puts it right back on his tape. And Norton, he gets a crossover move into the high slot, but credit to Ian Brown. He was staying with every single move.
Ian Brown, by the way, has 5 Division I offers for academics. He's a fantastic student. Told me physics is his most favorite subject. He wants to play junior hockey, maybe in the Columbus area. So good luck to Ian Brown wherever he ends up. But he keeps it scoreless, right? Because Norton put the moves on without question. And a great save with the left pad of Ian Brown, the senior. Sat behind Tanner Ball for most of last year. Tanner Ball now plays for the New Jersey 87s.
Sam Norton was trying to get a freeze there, and
the
referee was like,
no. Took 5 or 8 seconds off the clock anyway, right? He wanted to redo on the faceoff. Here comes Sprickman now. Prep on the man advantage. They're down the right side. Sprickman will keep it in. No, it's actually Kinnear who dumps it down low. Cunningham behind the net, trying to reverse. He's now in the right corner. Kinnear right point. Center point Sprickman. Goes down low. Turning. Shot. Blocked by Logan Morris. Trying to come through, and the rebound put on the net. That's handled easily and held on to by Andy Norton. 52 seconds left on the prep power play.
Yeah, they tried to get it going right to left, and it couldn't be handled by Logan Morris, so they go back out up top for that shot.
4 power play goals in the 3 Penguins Cup playoff games for the Ramblers. Face off to the left of Andy Norton. Coach Vitus said he's pretty solid. Pressure doesn't really get to him. In front, shot, blocked. No room for Brucey to get that through, right?
Yeah,
maybe a set play off the face-off.
Yeah, good setup. They had Brucey in a bumper position in the slot.
Sprickman gets it back. That's where when we were talking about Andy Norton, that's where the Ron Hextall conversation came in between Coach Vitus and I. Comes to the near point, left side. Sprickman fires.
What was that whistle for?
Is the net off? Which happens here a lot at Robert Morris.
I was about to say, I think they let the shot go initially. Cunningham was tied up, and that's how the shot went to the point for Sprickman. But I think that was probably something that should have been handled before the re-entry by ECP. It really stunted their momentum.
Andy Norton said, I got this, Ty. Flashed out the red leather. Kept it out of the net either way, right? Even though it wouldn't have counted. Stickling at the right point is Logan Morris. Does a good job to get away from pressure, and it's behind the net. Ramblers have it. Oh, they try to walk out. Almost a slick move there by McBriar, but the Knights defend. The Knights clear, and 10 seconds remain on the man advantage for the Ramblers. Brown, outlet, finds McBriar. He goes back to the far side. He'll come to the middle of the ice, and on the puck is Scalise. But he has his pocket picked by Shingle. Scalise lost the glove, picks it back up, dumps it in. With 90 seconds to go in the first period, the penalty is over. Score remains 0. Either team, the Knights and the Ramblers, are now 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Look at Sprickman. Down low, left corner. Slap shot misses from McBriar at the right point. Yes.
Scalise.
Careful. They tried to free Cole Pluck on the stretch pass. Kept in by Sam Norton. Pluck's down low, hits his skate, comes to Sprickman. He plays it off the boards and out as we hit a minute to go in the first period.
Yeah, Cole Pluck is the guy that you want to have going up for cherry picking a little bit. But credit to ECP, they were able to come back and shut him down, but that's an easy
That's a
call.
penalty on Swords, right? He took a little slash at the legs of the Knights defender, and Knights have the puck. They have an empty net, so they need to be careful about that.
Yeah, very.
They can't touch the puck, and Cunningham does. And for the second time in this first period, North Penn goes on the penny.com power play, and Sorge knew it as soon as it happened, as did you and I and pretty much everyone else here.
Yeah, he took a little pot shot right at the shin guards, and anytime you do that, they're going to go for it.
Especially when it's out in the open like that.
Yeah.
So 39.2 left on the first period clock. We'll go by that number. Face off to the right of Ian Brown in the attack zone to our right. It's won by North Penn. Del Ricci near side. Cabrales through traffic.
Good block.
That's Kinnear giving up the body. Del Ricci, left wing half board steal, clear. But into the bench by Brucey. That's a break for North Penn.
Yeah, he hit it off the top of the stanchion right next to the North Penn bench.
And that'll keep the face-off in the attack zone with 24 seconds to go. Another face-off at the left dot.
Got to know the 5Ds of dodgeball anytime you're on that bench.
That would be duck, dodge, dive, duck, dodge. I missed that.
Yep, you got it right.
One of those in there.
Well done. You know your references.
Cabrales, center point. Del Ricci, wrist it. How did Ian Brown see that?
He didn't. I'm watching the angle from Del Ricci. It's right on, and there's a man right in the kitchen.
You make yourself big when it's screened, and Ian Brown is that and did that. And that's a good glove save with 13.8 left in the first period.
Yeah, I watched that shot right on the line. There was a man right in front. Opportunity for a deflection, too. That's just good positioning.
Another left-off face-off, although Norton's going to get waived. So Pluck's going to take it against Kinnear. Pluck wins it. Boyle. Center point back to Boyle with 7. Fires, never got through. Rebound near side. Cabrales couldn't get it on net. Puts it in front. And a good chance there late for Pluck, but he couldn't get it on the net. And we get through the first 17 minutes for the 2A Pennsylvania Cup Championship scoreless between the Ramblers and the Knights. Back with the second period right after this. You're watching coverage of the Pennsylvania State Hockey Championships on Trib HSSN and on TenbandTV.
And it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Back for the start of the second period with Ty Polk. I'm Bob Orkwis. Tenband doing a great job. 8-7 shots through the first period. Erie Cathedral Prep in the lead. Second man advantage for North Penn. They still have 1:15 left on their power play. Erie Cathedral Prep is 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Doing a good job to kill some time and clear at the length of the ice. And Boyle in his own zone as the Knights go now from right to left, opposite for the Ramblers in the second period. And Boyle with speed flies down the right side for the Knights. All the way behind the net. Comes out the near side. Stops in the left corner. Slides it behind the net. That's Cole Pluck with it. Back to Boyle. Left wing half boards. Shingle, Nolan Shingle. Good stick by Kinnear. Knocks that pass away. Chance for Sprickman to clear, and he does. 35 seconds left on the Penny.com power play for North Penn. And they'll pick it up with Sam Norton. He's winding his way into the zone. Comes down the right side. Sprickman forces him behind the net. Norton comes out the near side, center point. Boyle tees it up. That's a right pad save by Ian Brown.
And it's off the moorings again.
And that's, again, an RMU thing here. This rink plays host to the PIHL semifinals, and then the championships are at the UPMC Lemieux Complex, which is in Cranberry, north of the city of Pittsburgh, and then back here on the island, right in the middle of the Ohio River. If you're wondering, out east where you may be, that's where we are.
Really nice complex they got here.
Boyle, top of the left circle, goes right side. Cabrales, good stick. Came in front. Brucey blocked it, and they were pitchforking at it. Norton tried to get it, but Brown got it first.
Yeah, it might have took one last hop over Norton, or else that would have been right on Brown to make a save again.
No goals in the first period. That's kind of different what we had already, Ty. 8-3 Borough wins the Division II Challenge Cup. And in 1A, Garnet Valley 7-2 over Avonworth. That was the 13th straight win for our friends from out east in single A. There's a shot off the face-off, gloved by Ian Brown.
Off the shot by Del Ritchie up from the left point. Brown able to see it the entire way into the glove.
Still 3 seconds left on the penalty against Ryland Sorge. If you can see it, you can stop it. Apparently, you don't have to see it to stop it either if you're Ian Brown.
No, you don't.
On that glove save in the first period. There's another shot. Is that a replay?
Yeah, deja vu. I guess Groundhog Day. Hey, that took place on the west side of the state as well, too.
Central-ish, right?
Central-ish, but it's close enough. We claim it.
That's in Punxsutawney with Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil. Penalty is over. So 2 for 2 on the PK, 0 for 2 on the PP for NP against CP.
Or ECP, if you want to put the exact title in.
Sorge McBriar clog it up the blue line, and the Knights have to go back in their own zone. Far side, that's Hostetter. Back to the near side, the pass for Del Ricci was off the mark, and that allows.
He wasn't ready for it.
He didn't expect it to come back so quick. Hetz almost had a steal, and now it's cleared. This could be icing against North Penn, and it will be. And a couple of face-offs, and of course that happens sometimes for the killing of penalty. So a ragged start to the second period. Neither team scored yet in this one. Face-off will be to the near dot, the right dot to the left of Andy Norton. All tournament for Andy Norton, Cole Pluck, James Boyle, and Sam Norton, who was the MVP of the Flyers Cup. When I said that, Mark Sprickman, he also does some work with the Mercyhurst Junior Lakers, so he's truly a hockey guy. Prep almost got a chance off the draw, but he couldn't get it clean. Good pinch by Duchini to keep it in. Shot deflected and a stick save by Andy Norton. And a clear for North Penn. They'll dump it in. Brown sticks it to the near corner in his own zone. A steal by Sam Norton. Taken back by Schwartz. He'll clear it out. Trying to find Cunningham. He does. Cunningham cuts to the middle. 3-on-3. Drop pass. Open man. Kinnear fires over top the net.
Good idea by Cunningham to get it back to Kinnear up in the slot.
And a 4-on-4, and now a 4-on-5 the other way. And the Ramblers have it in their own zone. Now they lose it. North Penn on a good forechecks. Norton almost gloved that down. Would have been a good opportunity, but opposite number 7, Duchini gets it and clears it for the Ramblers. And now back in his own zone, the play is Daniel Cabrales. Backhands it to the far side and winding up Nolan Shingle in his own zone. Good steal. McBriar steals it, drops it back to Kinnear, fires it. Might have caught the piece of the top of the mid of Norton on the near side. Left point Sprickman shot. That is definitely a stick save for Andy Norton up into the meshing, but that all started, Ty, because of the good forecheck by Charlie McBriar.
Yeah, McBriar able to work it off the half wall for Kinnear, and that did tick off the top of the glove from Norton going short side.
So face off to his left in the O-zone to the right. Now they're going to move it to the opposite side. So to his right, the left dot. Yeah, that's where the shot came from, the far point. It'll be Scalise on the draw against Salvati. And the Knights come up with it. They'll dump it in on the backhand. It's going to go right towards Ian Brown. Takes no chances. Puts the big paw on top of the puck. And then some pleasantries are exchanged between Sprickman and Lugera. I'm pretty sure they were talking about the weather. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Face off to the left of Ian Brown. Same two, Salvati and Scalise. This time the Ramblers have it in their own zone. They had a chance to get it out quickly to Sorge, and he does get a piece of it on the backhand, but if they passed it earlier, he would have had a nice breakout, almost a steal. Sprickman does clear it from his own blue line, and back in their own zone, the player, the Knights. They go to the far side, pass to no one on the near side off the stick of Boyle. Picked up by Scalise, or Corritor. Corritor turns, dumps it. We've got a hit as Salvati was tied up with Sorge and a whistle, and I think an offside because Sorge, and now Sorge and Lugera. Sorge is stirring the pot, if you will.
No, I think he wants to give a nice Western Pennsylvania hello to his
Was
friends
that more
from the
weather?
east side.
That was more weather-related conversation, right?
I wouldn't say weather-related. It's like, hey, we like Permanis here, I guess. I don't know.
Do you like slaw and fries on your sandwich? There's a Permanis in Erie.
Do you like cheese whiz on your cheesesteak?
I do not.
It's okay.
I prefer the regular old school. I've had both. Can't argue against either if you ask me.
Food is food.
Out of the zone, hopping over the puck in the neutral zone was Pugney. And in his own zone, Cabrales plays for North Penn. And that's clear. They try to sneak Shingle behind the D. Brown sees it. Wouldn't have been offside. There's a big open ice hit. Cole Pluck.
And why not a return while they're at it?
Down the near side comes Boyle. Off wing left side. He skates to the right corner, centers it. It's loose. Turning shot, save. Shingle. Brown clears it. Kept in though by Sam Norton. Left circle fires. And that's a good block on the near side by Hyatt. Hats in front. And they poke it wide, the Knights. And Brown loses a glove. And the whistle goes. Brown's going to go for a little skate. He's pretty calm. I asked him about giving up a goal for the first time in over 130 minutes and on Tuesday, and he said you shrug it off, right? You have to have that mentality if you're going to play that position.
I mean, it's not lacrosse. There's not a guarantee that there's going to be a goal every single time, but you like having those shutouts, but you understand that that's the hazard to the job.
And he ended up with 43 saves against Fox Chapel. And they won in overtime, did the Ramblers. And they win the faceoff, and they clear the zone. Cabrales, we almost turned it over. He didn't know that Brucey was right there. Brucey gets the puck as he comes down the near side against Hostetter. Puck slides in front, shot save. Cunningham, great wrist shot. And a better save by Andy Norton to keep this scoreless.
Yeah, good work.
That just
by
came
Norton.
up a loose puck at the bottom of the left circle.
Had to sprawl out to the back to make sure that stayed off the line. Quick reverse into the corner, a giveaway, and just to work out in front. There it is. Good shot and save.
Cunningham's not the guy that you want to have the puck on a stick. Cunningham, an assist and a goal before a hat trick and an assist. 4 points in the Penguin Cup Championship win over Fox Chapel. Cunningham has goals in 2 straight games, and he's got points in all 3 of the Penguin Cup playoff games.
We got the one of the emergency medical workers over there calling over to the opposite side.
Is he going to look at a Rambler player behind the bench? It looks like that might be the case.
94, Hyatt Hetz. I don't remember seeing him out here much.
It's had a few shifts. The Ramblers are charged on the false face-off, so instead of Kinnear, it will be Cunningham to take the draw against Salvati. Cunningham pushes it forward. Salvati denies his chance. Hostetler on the backhand. Puck stolen in front. Kinnear finds the puck and puts it in. Tucker Kinnear gives the Ramblers a 1-0 lead.
Well, again, the recovery by Cathedral Prep. Shot on to Norton. And then, of course, Kinnear right there to bury it. Let's take a look off the draw. Good retrieval coming in and thrown out in front. And then Kinnear able to get his own rebound. Again, that pass was centered out in front. He got a shot. Might have been hung up a little bit trying to recover for the second one, but he was able to do it just in time. The Ramblers out in front.
Kinnear had the game-tying goal and 0-2 force overtime against Fox Chapel. 2 goals in the Penguins Cup Championship. He scored goals now in 3 of the 4 playoff games for the Ramblers. It was Cunningham on the face-off, and it was Brucey. You said the retrieval. It was Brucey who won that puck below the goal line. Tucker Kinnear, by the way, now has scored goals, I mentioned, in 3 of the 4 playoff games. He's got points in 10 straight games and points now in 19 of 20 games for the Ramblers.
Yeah, he was a big part of their advance through the Penguins Cup playoffs.
He was one of their points leaders during the regular season. He and Sprickman, 2 of their top as far as that goes, and he's one of their guys, and he gets the first goal. Always big, Ty. The longer it goes 0-0, the more dramatic it seems, right? The more high pressure, and it comes here in the second period, a 1-0 lead for the Ramblers.
I guess you're stealing a saying from Bill Clement, the Flyers legend. The all-important first goal goes to Erie Cathedral Prep.
I miss Bill Clement.
I do too, man.
Great color announcer. Played back behind the net. Andy Norton has it. Oh, a pass. That was a steal by Sorge. He slid it through the crease. Counterattack comes for Pluck. He's denied not once but twice by Courtois. North Penn tries to center, and it ends up behind the Ramblers net. And I think they're both going to go. It's going to be Courtois, and I think that's Pluck. They just kept exchanging pleasantries, and finally the referees had enough. That's going to be coincidental minors.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of chippiness between both sides. I think this is the referee's signs of making it sure that, all right, we shut it down.
Penalty number 8, Michael Courtois. A 2-minute minor for roughing. Time and penalty.
So we stay 5-on-5 because here in with high school rules, offsetting penalties stay at even strength.
It's Cole Pluck. So we've seen Courtois. He's physical. Takes Pluck off. I think Pluck got in sportsmanlike. Roughing for Courtois.
So I guess you'll say that's a win for ECP.
I kind of thought the same thing, right? You take the top gun out off the ice for 2 minutes for North Penn. And they still have capable talent like this guy, Cabrales, who gains the zone. Shingle fans, counterattack coming for the Ramblers. And a broken stick. Brucey broke the composite stick. The blade came off. He was trying to find Cunningham. That would have been a 2-on-2.
What a time for broken equipment.
No, that's not the time, right, for a broken stick.
You want to know where you can find a new stick at? Play It Again Sports.
Oh, yes.
In Greensburg.
Cleared and past Norton. And the Knights are in their own zone as we near 9:45 to go in the second period. Tucker Kinnear, a goal here in period number 2, the only marker so far in this one, and a 1-0 lead for Cathedral Prep. North Penn to Nolan Shingle on the back end. That's a good counter. It is not Pluck. I apologize. Pluck is out there right now. So we got the wrong announcement. It might be Declan Leahy, which is a good sign if he returned. Check that to see who they gave that penalty to.
Taking a look at it, sometimes it takes a bit
Thought it was Pluck. We're going to get a tripping penalty now against Sprickman.
No, they gave it. They just have Courtois in here They haven't put the other one yet.
Okay. So my apologies, but it's a third chance on the Penny.com power play here for North Penn. Penny.com is Pennsylvania's official health insurance marketplace, the only place to get financial savings to help lower the cost and coverage of care. If you missed the open enrollment period, go to Penny.com, click on Can I Apply to learn more about your options. Penny.com, because you're worth protecting. Lugera lost the puck in his skates temporarily. Keeps it alive. A steal and a clear by the Ramblers from behind the net. And cleared out of the zone by Logan Morse. Winding his way down the right side. Boyle, wrist shot. Snagged and held on to by Ian Brown. Goalies love that, right?
I think that
you
was
flipping
just
the mitt.
I think he was just trying to stunt in that situation because that didn't look like it was even going to test the frame of goal.
Yeah, still, you freeze the puck, right? You make it look good. Ian Brown knows what he's doing. There he is. Watch it. That's a good rush again by Boyle.
Yeah, maybe it would have found the high corner, but better to be safe than sorry.
Take no chances, right?
Yeah.
Face off to Brown's left with a minute 28 to go on the power play for the Knights. They got the draw with Nolan Shingle center point. Left side, Boyle top of the left circle. James Boyle goes across. Pass out of the reach of Cabrales, but he tracks it down the right corner. Pinned by Kinnear. Puck is also pinned in there. And now pulled out by Cabrales. Shingle, right point. And a penalty coming. It was Shingle, but it's going to be Cabrales, right?
Yeah, he put one right up into the face of Kinnear.
It was actually Sam Norton who went off. He comes out of the box. But right into the box goes Cabrales. And that'll negate the power play. It'll be four-side for 1:07, and then a 53-second man advantage for Erie Cathedral Prep. Ramblers leading 1-0.
And it wasn't even in the scrum. It was after everything got released. So that's just a really bad decision by Cabrales. You don't want that. No, he put it right up on him.
Caught with an elbow.
Oh.
So Cabrales goes in. And that also brings the face-off up.
Oh, it's high sticking.
It's
That's
high
even
sticking.
worse.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Hostetler turns, lost it to Kinnear, who lost it. And the counterattack comes for Sam Norton. That big frame, great stick at the blue line by Morris to deny. Norton has to go back in his own zone to retrieve for the Knights. He winds it up, 1 versus 3. Has a man. Shingle blocked. That's a really good defensive play there by Kinnear.
He drew the penalty and got the block as well.
Del Ricci, his pass finds no one. Shingle was there, as is Schwartz. Schwartz wins that. And a nice turn by Garrett Schwartz. And that's a penalty. Forthcoming against Nolan Shingle. Tripping. It'll be 4-on-3 for 26 seconds. And then 5-on-3 for 53 seconds for the Ramblers. A whole bunch of Penny.com power play time for CP.
I don't know about this one, though. I mean, it looked like it was more of an accidental stumble and Shingle right next to him causing the fall, but I always respect the referee's call.
Their opinion matters most, right?
Yes.
And they were closer to it than we were. I thought initially, like you, Ty, was good forechecking by Shingle.
I'm watching it on the replay on my phone right now. It's coming up, and I'll get a second look at it. The stick was down low near the feet, but, you know.
Sorge goes right point. That's Morris. Walks the line. Fires left side. Duchini. Back to Morris. Sorge, right circle. 10 seconds on this advantage. Shrugged off by the elbow of Andy Norton.
Net off the moorings again.
Just so you know, it happens at both ends here at the RMU ISC.
You don't see it a lot during college games, though. I guess it's different pegs.
Could be. So still 5-on-4 for 9 seconds, and then a 53-second 5-on-3. It's 4-on-3 right now. Duchini wrist shot, snagged. We knew that one was on frame. Good glove save for Andy Norton. Face off now to the left of Norton. In 4 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3. A win, but not a clear. Duchini has it in his skates. Finds his teammate, that's Scalise, near side. Sprickman joins the power play. Wrist shot misses from Morris. On the puck, Scalise slides out. Duchini on the left wing half boards, left corner. Scalise, left point, Sprickman. Skates to the center point. Heavy wrist shot, blocked loose. And Scalise couldn't find it. Cleared to the near boards by the Knights. Kept in though. It's Ashton Duchini. Morris tries to go back to Duchini. Fires it. Save, rebound. And it bounces wide. Comes out to the near side. A turn. And it's Norton shorthanded. He had a huge shorthanded goal. Actually, it was
That's too many men.
Polk who had it. So will it be too many men against North Penn?
No, that's too many men. Erie Cathedral.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Wrong team. It will be a bench penalty against the Ramblers.
Cunningham, who was coming out for
That's
the
just
change.
unfortunate timing, right?
Yeah. Now the referee's having a conference with that, but
Not sure they appreciate this song being played.
no.
I saw a minor league umpire eject
Yeah, I was about
an
to say
organist,
that.
right?
Yep.
When this song was played.
Well, I don't think they're going to eject the PA guy here, because he's the one playing the sounds, as far as I know.
They're going to make sure you get it right. I like this conclave, right? Make sure you get the call right. It'll still be a 4-on-3 if it is too many men. If it's not, it'll stay 5-on-3 for 11 seconds and then 5-on-4 for 41 seconds.
Partner, I was on the AA state championship game 2 years ago, and I remember South Bay at Pennsbury. They kept on getting penalties, but both were getting shorthanded goals, power play goals. In the third, they just shut down the whistles. There's no more whistles unless it's absolutely agreed.
That 2 years ago, South Fayette, the only team from the West, the PIHL, that won its state championship.
Yep.
Last year, when it went out east, Pine Richland in 3A, the only team from the PIHL to win a state championship. Cunningham skates in, centers it, tipped on the net, Brucey. Denied, closing the pillows is Andy Norton to keep it 1-0.
Good work by Cunningham to put that area pass for Brucey to put it, at least had the attempt to put it through the wickets. I think he wanted more pace on that, maybe better direction.
Still 7 seconds on 5-on-3. Polk, great effort. Second effort wins the faceoff. It'll be now 5-on-4 for 40 seconds.
So they didn't give Cunningham that too many men. It was an unfortunate error, but fortunate it doesn't stop the power play.
Matthias Sprickman coming down the left wing with speed, stops, fakes a pass to go back. Puck, Brucey centers. Duchini, heavy slapper, stopped by Andy Norton. No rebound as well. Great rebound control because Duchini skated in top of the left circle tie and got a pretty good piece of this slap shot.
Yeah, as you can see, you see Morris put it over, and it actually went for a corridor. They couldn't do anything with it from there.
That was the previous opportunity before Polk or Norton came out of the zone. A win and a turn. And look at that bounce. Gets out of the zone for North Penn. A fumble in his own zone by Corritor. Short-handed. We're down to 8 seconds to go on power play time for Cathedral Prep. Inside of 6 minutes on the game clock. So the Ramblers are going to go over, but they have a 1-0 lead. Sprickman deliberately winds his way in. His wrist shot, though, was blocked. Brucey on the puck, can't center it. Cunningham now wins the puck. Corritor's at the right point. Cunningham puts it in front. Picked up by Shingle. Kept in. Good stick by Sprickman. And now it does come out to Silvati. Silvati's pass, the opposite side. Hits the skate of Polk. He's got Shingle with him. Tries to get it to Shingle. Sprickman had other ideas, and he steps in. He intercepts the pass and clears the zone for the Ramblers.
Yeah, Polk had about 3 Ramblers all up in between them. If he gets that pass to Shingle, he has an open net.
The direct lane in there, but he couldn't get it through. Puck tied up in the right wing corner now. They will have stoppages for that here. A wraparound, scored front. It was Norton on the wraparound, and it came loose in front, and it's banged in to the empty net. by Derek Lugera, and we're tied at 1.
Erie Cathedral Prep fans saying no goal, but this is going to count. They're going to say the net was off the moorings, but I think it's just before everything happened. As you can see, Norton managed to scrunch them up between the boards. As you can see, they look down.
I don't know here. Look, there's.
Oh, wow, they're checking.
Norton does not look happy.
Look,
the Ramblers are staying
wraparound,
defense.
I don't. Yeah, it is off right there at the last second. You can see it's off the left. Wow. No goal. But, man, that's really close. That was just a little bit of a bump. I mean, I don't think it really made the difference. It's still clearly on the goal line, and that's a burial by Lagera. But, again, referee's discretion.
Well, you got to try to forget about that if you're North Penn.
Hey, you got it in behind them, so at least you know that it's possible. Now you got to keep on working, and what's even more paramount, they can't give up the next one.
It's bad luck, right?
Yeah.
Bad luck for the Knights. So it stays 1-0. Right point, Hostetter. Dump it down into the right corner. That's where that play started from. Off the boards is Shingle. Hostetter, his pass is behind Boyle. James Boyle retrieves, dumps it into the left corner. Ramblers have it on the near boards. They'll clear it out of the zone. And that'll be icing against Erie Cathedral Prep. No, not far enough.
Yeah, it didn't gain the line.
Hostetter has to go back and play it. Pluck. Good calm play there by Schwartz. Is that offside?
Yeah, Pluck was looming there, and if he would have got the tap a la Ovechkin a little bit there, and one of his better goals in his career, he's going in on Brown, and I don't like their chances.
I know of the goal of which you speak.
I think it was in
for
the playoffs.
OV, who is soon to become the all-time leading goal scorer. He might not do it this year. He's running out a little bit of a time. Coach Sprickman will like us talking about OV. He's a big Alexander Ovechkin fan.
And we got another penalty. It's
an interference against the Ramblers, or is it against North Penn? It's against Erie Cathedral Preps. Vinny Scalise.
Scalise is having a talk with the referee saying, come on, man, you serious? You're going to call that? Hey, I got to give credit to the refs. They've been balanced. They've been calling everything. You might not like it, but there's been plenty of chances. Both teams haven't buried their power plays.
Then another Penny.com power play for North Penn. They keep it in, though. Kinnear is on the player from the left point. It's Cabrales. And Kinnear forces Pluck out of the zone. He winds up just like overtime, though, in the NHL. He's offside.
He's offside, yeah.
Cabrales didn't know. He didn't see. All he saw was his teammate Springle on the left wing. He didn't see Pluck ahead on the right side.
I think Kinnear also taking him out a little bit, forced the timing off.
So that took 14 seconds off this power play. There's a couple Cathedral Prep fans that are right down to our left over here with signs up against the glass. Good job, young ladies.
Good to see that they came all the way down from here. I mean, yes, it's a later game, but still, on a Saturday.
Hey, it's 79-79, Ty. It's a straight line. It's 2 hours away, but it's a straight line.
Let me tell you this right now. Sometimes once you get past Meadville, it feels like it drags.
Cleared out of the zone. Meadville, home of the great Jamie Plunkett, a legendary hockey coach on this side of the state, northwestern PA. Minute 15 left on this power play. 3:20 now on the clock. Nolan Shingle, left wing, lost it. Got it back, though. He took it away from Logan Morris, who couldn't clear. Center point, Boyle, wrist shot, save. Rebound comes out, and Morris sticks it to the near corner. Left point to James Boyle. Left wing half boards, Nolan Shingle. Walking in is Norton. The net comes off, stopped anyway by Brown. See, the left skate barely hit the post, and that's what we've been talking about here at Robert Morris.
It just has a mind of its own. And I've seen plenty of Robert Morris hockey games on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. It feels like it takes a lot more in a college game, so I'm convinced there's different pegs.
So 49 seconds to go on the North Penn power play. They trail 1-0. And Cathedral Prep has killed off all of the power plays. Good move. Cabrales comes near side. opening for Boyle. He goes down low, tipped to the near post. Brown keeps it off. Behind the net, the Knights have it. That is Shingle. Good job of self-pass off the boards for Nolan Shingle. Better defense, though, by Corator. Pluck trying to walk out on the backhand does save Brown. Pluck gets it to Cabrales, fakes a shot. Good stick handling. Cabrales, one too many moves, and that allows McBride to clear.
Yeah, Cabrales just had too much sauce.
Cabrales, 3-on-2, comes into the zone, wrist shot, gloved and held by Ian Brown.
Yeah, far side glove shots, those are the ones you expect. Take a look at the shot tracker so far. We're even at 20 apiece.
It's been a pretty even type game, right?
Yeah,
Except
really
for the Kinnear goal in this period. Face off to Brown's right. Still 9 seconds to go on the penalty against Scalise. And a false face off. Kinnear's waved. Cunningham will take the draw in his own zone against Chris Salvati. Salvati wins. Hostetter, one-timer, Del Ricci hit his own man, Lugera, who thought he had a goal. Kinnear comes the other way, penalty is over. Kinnear's back 1-on-4. On the left wing, goes into the left corner, pinned by Hostetter. Cunningham in there. And Scalise comes out of the box and joins the play for the Ramblers. He gets it to Cunningham, who's below the goal line. Centers! Oh, and a shot wide by Kinnear. Almost a tic-tac-toe passing play. Save. Puck might not have been on the net, knocked down by Norton, and he wisely, Andy Norton, holds on.
To stop the music in that situation. Again, Kinnear and Cunningham teaming up for that pass out in front. You can see Norton, this is a shot off the side of goal. You can see it's clearly he's going at a negative angle behind the net.
Smart, though, right? Gives his.
Very smart.
Everyone takes a breath, even the Ramblers. Kinnear tries to win the draw. It's tied up with Salvati. And Cunningham gets a backhander. I'm not sure. He had maybe room to turn that over to the forehand, but he slid near short side, and Andy Norton, not Sam Norton, made the save.
I think he was trying to recover it, and then his push forward on it was just a little too strong.
So now it'll be Scalise on the face-off. This is won cleanly by Salvati. Cleared around by the Knights. Can't keep it in. Duchini couldn't keep it in. Now he gets it back in at the left point. It's cleared out by North Penn and dumped right back in by Matthias Sprickman behind the net. Matthias Sprickman will play junior hockey. Centering pass by Brucey's cleared away. He's got a chance maybe to go to North Dakota, but his brother Braden plays in Westchester, which is out east near where North Penn is located. So there's a chance that Matthias might join Braden out that way. But good for all these players who get to play at the next level.
Really solid D3 programs out here. Of course, you got Arcadia and all of that. I see Chatham a lot, of course, and D3 hockey is good hockey, regardless.
That's Westchester, the junior Westchester.
Junior Westchester, of course. Yeah, D2 doesn't have it.
Shot blocked on an opportunity there from Ryland Sorge. Through the neutral zone, Sam Norton gains, pulls to the back and try to turn. Fan on the wrist shot inside of a minute to go in the second period. A goal by Kinnear and a goal when the net came off, waved off for Derek Lugera. So it's 1-0 CP. There's a good hit and a steal. Look at Norton. Well, he's got good hands for a big guy, good speed. He's got a total package, does Sam Norton. He had 28 goals and 25 assists throughout the regular season. Folks, he's just a sophomore. Dumped in by Shingle with 25 seconds to go. Brown leaves it for Logan Morris. On the backhand, Sprickman can't clear, kept in at the right point. Sprickman off his shin guard, still in the zone. Turning, down low, they try to give and go from Shingle from Pluck. And then Sprickman gets it out of the zone. Look at Cunningham flying after the puck. He'll center it, no one there. Down to 5 seconds to go in the second period. And that should do it for period number 2.
Yeah, that puck for Cunningham was on a wheel. If it was flat, he probably gets better chance at the goal.
We've got one goal in this game, came in the second period, and it came from Tucker Kinnear, the senior for Erie Cathedral Prep. A little festivities and pleasantries exchanged afterwards. Shots, 22. So the last two shots of the period for North Penn, 22-20 shots on goal through two. Hey, glad you're aboard watching full-day coverage of the Pennsylvania State Hockey Championships on TBTV, Trib Live, HSSN. Great job on TenbandTV. As always, we'll take a break. Back for the third period. That comes your way in a bit.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. Fiber New specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Comes out the opposite side on the backhand over there is Thomas Sprague. Sprague gets it up to Pluck. That Pluck is dumped by Courtois, another one of the physical. Although he lost sight of the puck, even though it squirted out to the near side, but good pressure after winning the face-off by the Ramblers.
Oh, yeah, great start off of that face-off, but
cleared up and out. And the counterattack for Sam Norton, although he loses it. Oh, he steals it. Norton goes in, cuts inside, backhand, forehand, great left pad save. Came in between Coach Vitus and I. Comes to the near point, left side. Sprickman fires.
What was that whistle for?
Is the net off, which happens here a lot at Robert Morris.
Going up for cherry picking a little bit, but credit to ECP, they were able to come back and shut him down, but that's an easy
That's a
call.
penalty on Sorge, right? Center point back to Boyle with 7. Fires, never got through. Rebound near side, Cabrales couldn't get it on net. Puts it in front. And a good chance there late for Pluck. But a straight win for our friends from out east in single A. There's a shot off the face-off, gloved by Ian Brown.
Off the shot by Del Ritchie up from the left point.
If you're Ian Brown.
No, you don't.
On that glove save in the first period. There's another shot. Is that a replay?
Yeah, deja vu. I guess Groundhog Day.
Steals it, drops it back to Kinnear, fires it. Might have caught the piece of the top of the mid of Norton on the near side. Left point Sprickman shot. That is definitely a stick save. That's clear. They try to sneak Shingle behind the D. Brown sees it. Wouldn't have been offside. There's a big open ice hit. Cole Pluck. Good block on the near side by Hyatt. Hats in front, and they poke it wide, the Knights. And Brown loses a glove. Puck slides in front, shot save. Cunningham, great wrist shot. And a better save by Andy Norton to keep this scoreless. Cunningham pushes it forward. Savati denies his chance. Hostetler on the backhand. Puck stolen in front. Kinnear finds the puck and puts it in. Tucker Kinnear gives the Ramblers a 1-0 lead. 4 playoff games for the Ramblers. It was Cunningham on the face. Declan Leahy, which is a good sign if he returned. Check that to see who they gave that penalty to. Winding his way down the right side. Boyle, wrist shot. Snagged and held on to by Ian Brown. there. And now pulled out by Cabrales. Shingle.
Oh, wow.
Right point. And a penalty coming. It was Shingle, but it's going to be Cabrales, right? It was there, as is Schwartz. Schwartz wins that. And a nice turn by Garrett Schwartz. And that's a penalty. Forthcoming against Nolan Shingle. It's Ashton Duchini. Morris tries to go back to Duchini. Fires it. Save, rebound. And it bounces wide.
In between them, if he gets that pass to Shingle, he has an open net.
The direct lane in there, but he couldn't get it through. Puck tied up in the right wing corner now. They will have stoppages for that here. A wraparound. Scored front. It was Norton on the wraparound. And it came loose in front, and it's banged in to the empty net. Rebound comes out, and Morris sticks it to the near corner. Left point to James Boyle. Left wing half boards, Nolan Shingle. Walking in is Norton. The net comes off, stopped anyway by Brown. See the left skate? Barely, almost a tic-tac-toe passing play. Save. Puck might not have been on the net, knocked down by Norton, and he wisely, Andy Norton, holds on.
And it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
And it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie! Welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship Show, the Penguins Cup Playoff Show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
I don't know.
And it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles.
Ty Polk, Bob Orkwis, TenbandTV, HSSN. It is the 2A state championship. We've got one goal on this one, courtesy of Erie Cathedral Prep and Tucker Kinnear, Ty Polk.
Yeah, we'll have that coming up here as we are here in the booth. Yep.
That was Ty Polk to my right.
So the face-off won by Brucey as Cunningham works it from the corner. And the pass out in front. Save, rebound, and it's Kinnear burying it for our lone goal here today.
So Kinnear had 2 goals in the championship, Penguin Cup championship win, including the game tire over Fox Chapel. And again, points in 10 straight games now for Kinnear in 19 of 20. And Cunningham to Brucey. It was Brucey. You made a great point. He had the retrieval behind the net that started that after the face-off. And so now you're in another tight game if you're Erie Cathedral Prep. You had a couple shutouts. You had a battle from behind twice, overcoming 3-goal deficits against Fox Chapel.
Hey, they're kind of with a close game and a shutout right now, so
a little
it's
bit of both,
two
right?
for their pleasure.
Before they head west, the team leaves on Monday to head to California for the national championship, and Coach Sprickman on Tuesday, since he'll be back here on Monday. Should have offered him to be a billet family at my home. That's what they do in hockey, right? They billet. So the third period, that'll put Andy Norton, the freshman, back in goal to our left, and Ian Brown, the senior, who's been 20 for 20, or excuse me, 22 for 22, 19 of 24. Andy Norton so far in this one. Did have a goal waved off in the second period as well, when the net came off the mooring seconds before Derek Lugera put the puck in the net.
Yeah, you're holding on to that one if you're North Penn. I mean, for the most part, you can't really ask much else other than the puck going in the back of the net.
It's been entertaining, right? Not that if you like offense, the earlier games, probably. We've had some offense. We've had some good penalty killing, power play opportunities. Burrow won the D2 Challenge Cup earlier today, 8-3. Garnet Valley, the 1A PA Cup from out east. So it's 1-1 between both halves of the state. There's a turning shot from Plock in the right circle that he fires wide. Back in front, Norton is there. He has to retrieve. Shoots it. He almost had Brown caught off guard. He missed the net. Pinching in left side, James Boyle. Behind the net, the Plock tries to play catch. Cole Plock gets it back. He's on the backhand in the near corner. Right wing half boards now. Right point, Del Ricci shot. Blocked by Kinnear. Might have just inadvertently hit a stick, but it bounced wide. Ramblers can't get it out. Good start to this period. Norton, high slot, great stick from behind by Cunningham to lift. Counterattack, Brucey down the right side. Tries to wrist it, does actually get it on the net.
It's off the moorings.
It is off the moorings. Norton makes 2 saves, 3 saves with the net off the moorings.
Linesman was looking right at it the entire time. I think he was waiting for a play.
It came off on the first save.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was waiting for a more natural conclusion to play. Credit to him.
So Brucey creates a couple of opportunities coming down the right side. His shot was actually broke the stick of the defender. I thought he might have shot that maybe a stride earlier. It might not have been blocked. Faceoff is knocked out of the zone, trying to track it down through the neutral zone. Lugera, he's got it. Coming down the left wing, Derek Lugera comes all the way to the right corner. Skates around with it, leaves it for Hostetter, right point. Shot blocked. And Scalise didn't know it was there. He actually retrieved, and the player goes down, and a penalty against McBriar, interference. And back to the Penny.com power play goes North Penn.
Again, this is a North Penn team that during the regular season was very strong on the power play.
This will be their 5th chance with the man advantage. Penny.com is Pennsylvania's official health insurance marketplace and the only place to get financial savings to help lower the cost of coverage and care. If you missed the open enrollment period, go to Penny.com, click Can I Apply to learn about your options. Penny.com, because you're worth protecting.
North Penn had 18 power play goals in the Suburban Hockey League.
And Coach Kevin Vitus said this was a key. Maybe another opportunity here. Goes on the power play. High slot tip by Norton goes wide. Off the boards, Shingle drops it to Boyle, fires, hit his own man Norton. Comes to the Ramblers, can they get it out? No, kept in by Cabrales. Backhands it near side, Norton fires across, a little too hard and behind Boyle. It is Nolan Shingle with it now. He's behind the net to Cole Pluck. Pluck comes to the near corner on the backhand. Stops on the right wing half boards, back below the goal line to Nolan Shingle. He comes out to the left corner, goes off the boards to Boyle, walks the line, fires, Brown right pad save, and a stick save, and a rebound. Kept out of there by Ian Brown. Doesn't matter what side. He made it, stops on both sides. Still a minute to go on the power play for the Knights. It is James Boyle, near side Cabrales, in front, save Brown. Pluck didn't get everything on it. Brown was following along from left to right, and he was able to stop it and cover it.
Yeah, he had to go side to side, went into the splits to make that last save.
No, he's a tall guy, right? So when he splits those legs out, he's got good coverage.
Pluck might have got jammed up by the defender.
He did,
that
right?
Was
that was right. I thought the same thing.
And Brown's currently still trying to, I guess, get everything back together. He's the only one. He's the only goaltender for Erie Cathedral. So if he's hurt, then
in the Penguins Cup Championship against Fox Chapel, he lost the skate blade.
Oh, my
He's got the replaceable skate blade. I thought he was swimming. I thought he might have been hurt, but it's because of his skate blade. Then they had to replace it. It took about 5 minutes because they don't have a backup goalie.
Yeah, you have to wonder who's the emergency guy, or they just go empty net.
Well, Sprickman and Kinnear do most of everything for this team. Could be one of them. Here comes Brucey, shorthanded, cuts to the backhand from right to left, but can't get a shot off. That's a good defensive play back there by Cabrales. That'll give Sam Norton a chance to wind up. 35 to go on the North Penn power play from behind his own net. Norton comes down the right wing with speed, cuts to the net, backhands it, and he scores! That one's gonna count. We're tied at 1.
Got to give credit to Daniel Cabrales on that last play with Brucey coming in on him. Had an opportunity to turn him inside out. He shut him down with the stick lift, and then this is just a one-man fast break for Norton, able to backhand it, and he finds a space underneath Brown. And just like that, it's 1-1. We got a whole new hockey game.
Norton had 2 goals and 5 points in the Flyers Cup playoff, but 2 goals against Council Rock South, and now he gets the game tire short side. Just too many man advantage opportunities, and Norton, with a great individual effort coast to coast, ties the game at 1. Sprickman outlets in his own zone. Knocked down after deflecting the puck up is Sorge, and Sorge and Derek Lugera have words. The Sorge has been physical in this one. But how about the sophomore Norton? So that's all told 31 goals now on the season for Sam Norton.
So unassisted, as he did it all by himself.
You're right. We're going to give the assist really became, you mentioned it, Cabrales, right? He stops the one-on-one short-handed opportunity.
He gets the unofficial.
And that led to the counterattack, and Norton took advantage of it. So here we go. Tied at 1. North Penn in their own zone. They lose the puck. They're behind their own goal. And now we get a penalty. And it's those two again. Sorge and Lugera. And Sorge is going to go. Sorge is saying take both off. It's a roughing against Ryland Sorge, and back on the man advantage, the Penny.com power play, go the Knights.
Tough one for Sorge. You want that, but you don't get it. And now you got a North Penn team that's the highest scoring out here on the east side, and you got to look out.
Prep, though, wins the opening faceoff. And Cunningham gives chase. Cunningham puts a check on Cabrales. We've seen this before, right? Norton coming from behind his own goal. Good stop at the line that time by Kinnear, and they clear. They saw it and realized at that time did the Ramblers.
Yeah, they were really good. Cathedral Prep against stopping zone entries, not allowing Norton and others to get speed.
Here he comes again, Sam Norton. And again, Sprickman an easy clear.
Yeah,
and that's already 40 seconds now off the man advantage.
It's official. The Ramblers have seen that horse before. They're not going to let it out of the barn again.
Here comes James Boyle. Lost the puck, lost the stick. That works in the advantage of the Ramblers behind his own. Next, Sprickman room to clear to Cunningham. He'll take his time. He's going to go with Kinnear shorthanded. And that's an offside. They just were disjointed. Cunningham thought about dumping it in.
Yeah,
so we're told that Sorge hit the goalie. That's where the penalty came from.
Yeah, there was like an attaboy for Norton, the goaltender. But man.
That'd be Andy Norton.
Yep.
So that's the penalty on Sorge.
So roughing officially for it, but goaltender roughing if you want to get technical.
And that's why Lugera wasn't happy, right? You protect your goaltender at all costs. 50 seconds left on this power play. Kinnear in the second for the Ramblers. And Sam Norton in the third for the Knights. Early goals in this one. There's Silvati. Cuts from left to right. Shot in front. Hits a guy. Hit his own man, I think. Lugera, and it's cleared by the Ramblers. So they still have 25 seconds to go. And behind his own net, it'll be Chase Kelly, Del Ricci.
It was Willison actually in front that it hit off.
Del Ricci gains the zone. Back to Silvati, I got that wrong. Hostetter right side. Down the near boards with 5 seconds. Cleared around by Duchini. Kept in, though, by Del Ricci. He'll shoot. Brown saw it. Kicked it away. Penalty's over. Ramblers turn it over. A turn for Lugera. Oh, and a good check by Corator as he flattens Lugera. Kept in, though, by Silvati. No, it squirted through him out of the zone. That gives the Ramblers a chance to change personnel. There's a check by Silvati on Corator. And now Kinnear with speed right side, long wrister. Oh, that kind of handcuffed Andy Norton. He wanted to stick it to the corner.
Yep.
Ended up in his arm.
It ended up right between the pit, and then it popped right in front of him, and he said, I better handle this.
He does a good job, the freshman. Keep it 1-1.
You can see it here on the replay. It did kind of catch him inside a little bit. That was the difference, but luckily it was right in front of it. He had good body positioning on that one.
Face off to his left. Ramblers have a Cunningham shot it high and wide. That might have been blocked by the good stick of Daniel Cabrales. That's twice we see Cunningham get an opportunity down low off a draw.
Really, he's going forward off of draws. That's what he was doing.
He got a lot on that wrist shot. First time it was on the backhand, I think. This time.
Actually, they're saying that he just
so he just fired it in.
Flipped it. He flipped it over into the high netting and not the netting that he wanted to go to.
So the faceoff comes out of the zone and controlled by Nolan Shingle. Turns. Clears it out. Sprickman has to give chase with Norton right behind him. That's Sam Norton. Sprickman gets it around, kept in by Cabrales. Sprickman stays on the puck, knocks Cabrales down. No hand pass called, so Sam Norton turns, fires. No, he didn't fire. He slides it down low. Thought he was going to shoot that. I anticipated too much. Shingle's centering pass hits a skate, and it's gloved by Ian Brown.
Yeah, that was Cathedral Prep collapsing, and that puck managed to hit off of one of them. And then you get to see the setup of that play. I think our friends at Tenband also had the same idea. That was a shot coming, but again, it was shut down on that pass.
And there was room in the left circle, the top of the left circle, for Sam Norton to fire that. He's on the face-off with Kinnear. One by the Ramblers. No, it's actually picked up and cleared. Pluck comes off the boards, couldn't get a clean shot off. Good stick by Brucey. Norton is going to track it down left wing boards for the Knights. Trying to stick handle past Kinnear, he can't. Sprickman turns, clears. Too far for Cunningham. No icing as it went off maybe the tip of the stick of Landon Hostetter. Cabrales off of his stick. He'll get it back on the backhand.
Might have been a can open.
Certainly could have been a penalty there on Hyatt Hetz. Ramblers, though, win the puck shorthanded. Hetz doing the job on the forecheck. He's knocked down and takes a few sticks from Cabrales. Centers, and it slides out of the zone. It was behind Logan Morris at the left point. At the right point, excuse me. Morris in his own zone now. Back near side of Sprickman. Matthias Sprickman through the neutral zone. He's got room and offside. Just a stride ahead on the near side, Nick Pugney.
Yeah, Pugney couldn't time it. That was the difference, really. And it looked like Sprickman was ready to roll right towards the slot, maybe try to turn back for a shot. Under 10 in the championship period.
Tied at 1. Kinnear for Cathedral Prep, Sam Norton. Not to be confused with his brother, who's a goaltender. That'd be a story if he has a goal in this game, Andy. Outlet comes Jared Montagna. So a little third line work here for the Ramblers. Shot from the point, that's sticked. That's what Norton wanted to do on that previous opportunity, right?
That one, just ramp it up into the net and get a face-off.
That's the rebound control with the goaltender and the angles to deflect the pucks into the corners. So a face-off in the O-zone for Cathedral Prep. They head to California for the national championships after this, but they'd like to take more hardware. They've got a Penguins Cup trophy, right? Trying to win a Pennsylvania Cup trophy and then win a national championship trophy. That'd be a great hat trick.
But meanwhile, Garrett Schwartz tied up with the referee has a shot chance.
Haftel and denied on the glove save by Ian Brown. That's what teammates do. He had the back. It was just a bad break, right?
Yeah, Garrett Schwartz got tied up with the referee trying to keep the puck in, and that allowed that chance for Haftel.
And this is kind of a third line out there for the Knights now.
And they have Tyler Evans in the what I like to call James Neal position off the draw. So if it's clean between the legs,
he's a left-handed shot, so he's the trigger. The top line comes back out for the Ramblers. They win the face-off, but it's blocked by Corator. So they got the last change. They were able to bring out their top unit. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Cunningham is just beyond his reach. Del Ricci gets it, dumps it back in for the Knights, and they do change their forward line. Here comes Matthias Sprickman with speed. He's coming down the off-wing right side, stops, gets it to Cunningham. He'll turn, fire! And that's a good save by Andy Norton. Blocker did aside. Comes back towards Pluck. Can't get it out of the zone. Kinnear keeps it in. And now it's on the stick of Boyle. James Boyle gets it out. Brown will play it. Pluck centers. Shingle had it? No. It's on the stick of a quick-moving Tucker Kinnear coming down the left side. He'll stop. Off the bench has a man. Sorge, it was behind him. Centering pass. I believe that's Brucey. Sprickman fires. Rebound! Oh, my goodness. The net came off, but Sorge had a whole lot of twine to shoot at.
He had Norton sprawled out, looking for that rebound, and Sorge, oh, man. You wanted to call the Undertaker for that one because he wanted to bury that one. You see it. Turn around towards the net. Centers. Saved by Norton. Here's Sorge. Just going for the stretch out there. All he has to do is elevate it, and it's 2-1 CP.
Ramblers win the faceoff. They're on a good forecheck. Sorge comes to the left side, turns on the low left circle and fires it. That's sticked aside by Andy Norton. Right point, that is Logan Morris. He goes cross corner left side. Player is knocked down. Shingle trying to get it out. Finds Norton. Norton has a 2-on-1. Sam Norton, right side. Tees it up. Good blocker save by Ian Brown to keep the game tied at 1. That was a good look by Norton. He looked off and fired a good heavy wrister that Ian Brown denied. 30 shots now for North Penn. They're back at it with Nolan Shingle. He kind of lost his balance. Takes a little bit of a shoulder there from Morris, and Logan Morris has the puck on the near side for the Ramblers. Good pass off the boards. Brucey comes in with speed. On his back, it turns it over, and holding the near post was Andy Norton.
Strong move by Norton, because if anything, if Brucey fakes them all.
Penalty forthcoming against Chase Kelly Del Ricci. He flattens Rylan Sorge. And a Penny.com power play, and an important one for the Ramblers. 6:58 left, and a 1-1 tie here in the third period. Interference is the call against the captain for the Knights.
I mean, you could have called interference.
Boarding,
roughing, whatever you want in that situation. Timeout. Cathedral Prep.
That'll give us a chance to let you know a few things here. I want to thank Play It Again Sports. You may never outgrow your favorite sports, but you may outgrow your favorite sports equipment. Play It Again Sports provides an easy way to sell your quality used sports and fitness gear and get paid on the spot or trade up for what you might need. Also to Drusky Entertainment, Pittsburgh. Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live entertainment. Drusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable live events right here in the Steel City. And Fibrenew, they are experts in leather, plastic, and vinyl restoration. They provide mobile restoration services for your home or business. Also want to let you know that the post-game show will be available over on TenbandTV Sports 2. You can find the direct link at states.tenbandtv.tenband.tv. States.tenband.tv. Be patient. It takes a few minutes for the players to get up to the Hat Trick Club, but the live interviews after this one provided by my partner, Ty Polk, and Kennedy Kazarowski, who runs the show. Don't let anyone tell you I said that on air out loud. I'm thinking out loud, but...
Hey, I was the guy on night 1 of the Penguins Cup having to flag down people for interviews. I'm glad that they are coming to me for once.
That's right. Plus there's food up there, so that's a win-win.
I guess that's always a bonus.
And it's a nice place. The Hat Trick Club is to the left here. Robert Morris some of their coaches are up there watching, enjoying the game. Some of their staff as well. The PIHL, the winners go up there. So Prep on the power play, the Penny.com power play. The face-off squirts out. Silvati trying to get that puck, but he does finally get it. But it's turning the other way. Comes Matthias Sprickman. Gains the zone right side. Stops in the circle, centers it. No one home. Good pinch, at least temporarily. And it's kept in, though. Sprickman couldn't quite get there with a great effort.
I thought he did get there.
Silvati clears for the Knights.
I thought he was just before the line, if not an edge of it, was on the blue line.
So the game tire in this one came from Norton on a power play. Prep trying to take the lead with their own power play goal. Brucey drops it off. Cunningham, short pass. Duchini, Sprickman, heavy wrister, high, might have hit the stick of Nolan Shingle, and it finds the meshing. Still a minute 12 to go on the interference penalty to Del Ricci. Face off to the right of Andy Norton. Cunningham, and it's been Silvati. This time it's Norton who wins the draw. Comes back to center ice. Ashton Duchini to Kinnear. Hits the skate of Shingle, does find Duchini. He'll give it to Kinnear. He'll wind it up out of his own zone. Here comes Tucker Kinnear. He'll dump, and the chase is on. Comes to the right side, Brucey. Cunningham with that big body. Duchini. Sprickman, center point. No room to shoot. Slides wide. Duchini stayed up close in front of the net. Cunningham uses that body to hit Cabrales in the left corner. Duchini's also digging at the puck. Duchini finally comes out of there with it, but that took about 10 seconds off. Good skate by Sprickman, but it goes up in the air and out of the zone to Tucker Kinnear. He turns in the neutral zone. Cabrales knocks it down. Sprickman back out for Cunningham. It's too far. The big blonde hair flowing out of the back of the helmet of Ethan Cunningham. Most players want the blonde route. Some for North Penn as well. Off the bench, Scalise. North Penn fans want too many men, and they're going to get it.
4, 5, yeah, that's 6.
It is 6. Oh, and a horrible time for a horrible line change for the Ramblers.
If you remember, there was a near too many men on the ice with Cunningham early in the game. The referee said that that's unforced, but this time it's a no-doubter.
5 minutes exactly left, and in 3 seconds, it'll be a Penny.com power play for North Penn, who takes the timeout.
1 for 7 today.
7 chances. This is their 7th opportunity. They have the power play goal. They're only one in this, and they've got a good power play. And so the drama thickens, as does the plot. You got to rely on your PK once again of your Cathedral prep.
I mean, most times if you look at that, 1 for 7, but it's a critical 1 for 7 because, of course, that tied the game up. And it wasn't even on, it was a power play rush, which is insane.
It was end-to-end, a fantastic rush by Sam Norton. Tucker Kinnear has the only goal for the Ramblers in this one. His in the second. Norton early in the third to tie the game at 1.
And when you think back to that play before that, Cabrales tying up Brucey, that allowed Norton to go end-to-end. So he's not listed with an assist in that play. You give him the attaboy for that one because that created the play that tied us up. And you're wondering now, if you're Cathedral prep, can you get one more kill in you? Who cares about the one you gave up? It's still 1-1 on the scoreboard.
It comes to this one, right? This is the opportunity in front of the Knights. This is also the opportunity on the PK that's in front of the Ramblers. So in 3 seconds, Del Ricci will come out of the box, and the power play, Penny.com power play, will ensue for North Penn. Puck stays right on the dot, and it's cleared by Sorge. Del Ricci's out, so here we go.
Cathedral prep now 0 for 4.
Cabrales behind his own net. There comes Sam Norton with that speed. Cuts to the middle of the ice, cuts to the backhand, drops it off Shingle. His pass, it avoids Cabrales, comes out of the zone. Half a minute gone in the man advantage for North Penn. That's deflected. Oh, turned over though. Morris turned it over to Cabrales. Poked to the net, pushed to the net by Plock, who takes a check. Cleared up far side. Cabrales will keep it in left point. Trying to get it out is Sorge. He can't. Cabrales turns. Loose on the boards. You can still see the puck. Now it's between the skates. Sorge is doing a great job of tying that up. And it's on the blue line, but it comes out. Shingle could not keep it in. That's all Ryland Sorge on that play.
Yeah, Shingle making that little turn up there, and of course, Sorge, I thought for a moment it might have been bad for him because it looked like North Penn was going to keep it in and then have an opportunity for a quick shot on net, create a rebound, but he kept the play up high.
Prep wins the draw, but Shingle skates in and wins possession. And now Sam Norton, left corner, dumps it around Cole Plock. Be careful with that guy. He'll be playing junior hockey. Right wing half boards. It's Sam Norton, cross ice pass. It's James Boyle. Comes to the middle of the ice, shoots, scores! A PPG for James Boyle and a 2-1 lead for North Penn.
James Boyle, just an innocent shot on the net as they're controlling it at the half wall with Norton. A pass over to Boyle. He skates in right to the slot from the left circle, and he gets a shot right in the slot. And it found an eye right underneath Brown. I really can't say anything else other than Cathedral Prep needed someone on him the second he was stepping off the half wall.
3:39 left, time of that goal. Keep this in mind, with 1:09 left in the Penguins Cup Championship on Tuesday, Tucker Kinnear scored with 69 seconds. James Boyle, who had a goal and 6 assists in the Flyers Cup champion. 2 points now for Sam Norton. Pluck gets a helper as well. But a no-zone face-off after the icing call against the Knights. Kinnear tried to go forward. Comes to Cabrales, who skates it up and out. Self-pass off the boards. He gets it back. Cabrales walks. Scores! The Knights with 2 goals in 22 seconds. And it's 3-1 North Penn.
Well, when it comes one, here comes another. Cabrales making moves on the rush, and that's just picking far side corner, top shelf. That's where the cookies hide.
The self-pass and the retrieval made that. Made that
2-on-1. He stopped the one-on-one, and he scores on a 2-on-1 all by himself. You can't write it any better for Daniel Cabrales.
There's a shot that missed. Now you got to sell out. Sorge fires it wide. We're down to 3 minutes to go. Ramblers are down 2. Sprickman at the left point, deflects behind the net. Del Ricci clears it, and they get it out of the zone. And now you're going to take chances. Sprickman gets knocked down by Cole Pluck. He's right back up. Far side, it'll be dumped in by Garrett Schwartz, but not deep. Cleared by North Penn. Pluck has it. Careful, Shingles wide open. Good job to get back by McBriar to deny.
So everything shifts from it being a great game for Ian Brown. Now you're thinking about Andrew Norton and all his big saves.
Here comes Sam Norton. Tries to drag it around. Good stick defensively by Schwartz. Tucker Cunningham, but he's back 1-on-3. 1 white sweater against 3 blue sweaters. Cunningham gets it in front, but it's cleared away. I believe that was Shingle who got that. Now check it, it was not Shingle, it was actually Declan Willison. Long slapper gloved. A stride over the blue line by Silvati, held on to by Brown with exactly 2 minutes left in the third period.
So the Ramblers need 2 goals in 2 minutes. Well, their opponents got 2 in 21 seconds, so it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Tied at 1, right? Ty,
Yeah.
They had the powerful opportunity, the Ramblers did. They took a timeout, Coach Sprickman did. They couldn't score. North Penn got another power play opportunity. They've got a power play goal. They've got 2, actually. And they've got an insurance goal as well from Daniel Cabrales. A knockdown, good check as Morris is knocked down. North Penn gets the puck. They've got 15 seconds now off the clock. Cabrales has it back in his own zone. He's just lagging, killing time. Gets it out of the zone. Stepping up is Courtois. Gets it into the zone. He goes after his own chase. Gets his own dump in the chase. In front of the net. Turns. Comes to Norton. He just turns it, fires it off the glass and out of the zone. It will not be icing. We're down to 1:15. Does Ian Brown come out on this rush? Here comes Courtois. Brown does go to the bench. Extra attacker on for the Ramblers. Shot, save, rebound. There is none as it's gloved by Norton. The too many men penalty, right?
So
the
huge.
difference. It's the story that gave the second power play opportunity, or another power play opportunity to North Penn, I should say. And they converted. So we got 1:05 left, and the Ramblers need 2. North Penn is 65 seconds away from their first ever Pennsylvania Cup championship after winning their first Flyers Cup championship. Shot to the net. Norton had it, lost it. Net comes off as McBriar was up close poking at it. That took 5 seconds.
3 in the third. And they were ahead 3-2 in the third before that 5-goal rampage. They've done it again. And maybe this time they've done it.
Coach Fidus said we know that, right? We're confident. He said they were confident in that game in the win over Council Rock South. And obviously confident here. And now that takes another 9 seconds off the clock with icing. 51.7 left. Face off to the right of Andy Norton. Won by the Knights. Del Ricci off the boards. Kept in, no. Squirts out. Shingle, Nolan Shingle, empty netter. And that'll wrap it up for North Penn.
We've seen a lot of great performances by teams, but I think this third, for how important it was, might be one of the best ever that this state tournament, this state championship game has ever had. North Penn, 5 straight to win the Flyers Cup, 4 straight to win the state cup. Phenomenal performance, and really it's the strong defensive plays they had, because a lot of the rushes for ECP, they were all over them. Shingle gets the ENG.
They were down. They were down early in that Flyers Cup game, just like they were down here heading to the third period. They came back to win that, and they're going to win the Pennsylvania Cup, their first ever, as we have 35 seconds left. Nolan Shingle gets the goal. He had a goal in the Flyers Cup victory over Council Rock South. He's got the empty netter tonight. And it'll be a happy drive back east for the North Penn Knights. You got to flush it out of your system if you're the Ramblers, because you're going to play for a national championship in California next week.
Hey, the fact that it's not the end of the season for them, this might be the best thing. A loss right before a few more, your season's over. It could be the best thing. Maybe just like Burrow against Morgantown in the Penguins Cup for the D2 side.
Another O-zone face-off for the Ramblers with 28 seconds left. The North Penn will get it in their own zone. Back behind the net, they get Andrew Schleinkoffer out there getting some ice time in a state championship game. Hostetter has it. We're down to 10 seconds. Landon Hostetter will clear the zone. The Ramblers can celebrate for real in 3 seconds. Sprickman falls down. And the North Penn Knights, not the Ramblers. North Penn, your 2A state champions. Having a little fun with the Rambler fans, the student section, who's having a little fun back. But
I think North Penn's having more fun.
Well, of course, right? They got 4 third-period goals, and they take the cup home.
I think we got to talk about the game that Andy Norton had. 27 shots faced, 26 saves.
That's a freshman, folks. A freshman that won a Flyers Cup and now a Pennsylvania Cup for North Penn. Again, the post-game show, including interviews, will be available over on TenbandTV Sports 2. You can find the direct link. It's states, STATES TenbandTV. It takes a while, takes a few minutes for the players to get up there, but Ty Polk will have some post-game interviews up in the Hat Trick Club. Let's go over the scoring recap, if you could, before we get to the medal ceremony.
5:19 played in the second. It's Tucker Kinnear off a setup from Ethan Cunningham and a face-off win by Chris Brucci. Great retrieval by Brucci, but Kinnear got one shot save made by Norton, got another, he scored. And Cathedral Prep led 1-0 as we went into the third, and then from there, it's the North Penn show. Starting it off is Samuel Norton after a great play by Daniel Cabrales defensively to stop Brucci going in on a one-on-one. He comes back, goes end-to-end. He scores. We're tied at 1 apiece. James Broyle on the power play, the second power play goal for North Penn. Assist to Sam Norton and Cole Pluck, and then Cabrales. He stopped the one-on-one. He scored on a 2-on-1 down the left circle. It's 3-1, and then Nolan Shingle with the insurance marker for the empty netter. We'll kick it down to the public address announcer, Andrew McLean, for the presentation of the Pennsylvania Hockey Championship.
Cathedral Prep. You guys won last week for the first time in a decade. You guys made it to this game. You won the Penn's Cup. Unfortunately, runners-up tonight. But a great run to be proud of, third in the state. Great season overall. Let's hear it for the Ramblers. North Penn. First timers coming into this event. Won your first Flyers Cup just this week. And you guys did not back down after getting down in that second period. You came back 4 goals. And now the state championship is going to the west side, to the east side, east side, east side, east side. All right. North Penn, when I call your names, go up and receive the medal. Number 3, Landon Hostetter. Number 7, Samuel Norton. Number 8, James Boyle. Number 9, Chase Kelly Del Ricky. Number 13, Luke Haftel. Number 15, Anthony Norton. Number 16, Harris Hunberger. Number 18, Gabe Dunn. Number 19, Derek Lagura. Number 22, Chris Silvati. Number 25, Thomas Scrab. Number 26, Vincent Payson. Number 29, Cody Marlin. Number 30, Aiden Quigley. Number 31, Ian McAteer. Number 32, Daquan Wilson. Number 44, Daquan Lee. Number 48, Chloe Cock. Cole Block, sorry. Okay. Number 62, Daniel Cabrales. Number 65, Andrew Swinkover. Number 71, Alex Walker. Number 77, Tyler Evans. Number 78, Nolan Shingle. Number 98, Vila Wendell. Number 10, Izzy DeBrales. Anybody else on this over there? All right, let's get the coaches. Head coach, Kevin Vegas. Assistant coaches, Matt Stella, Frank Stockwell, and George Watkins. All right, captains. You ready for your new piece of hardware? The captains meet us at center ice. The 2025 Class AA Pennsylvania State Champions, the North Penn Knights. Anybody who wants pictures, you can go up to
So back one final time here to put a bow on the 2A Pennsylvania State Championship. It's the first ever title for the North Penn Knights. They won their first Flyers Cup. They won their first state championship. They were down 1-0, and they scored 4 goals, including a pair of power play goals in the third period to win this one 4-1. They're 23-3, and their season is over. Congratulations to Erie Cathedral Prep on a Penguins Cup championship. Best of luck in the national championship in California. Safe travels to all involved with the Ramblers as far as that goes as well. But it's going to be a good ride home for the North Penn Knights. The pendulum swings now. 2 in a row for the East as Burrell won the Challenge Cup. But Garnet Valley and now North Penn in 1A and 2A. One more game, so don't leave TenbandTV. Seneca Valley and Holy Ghost Prep. That is the 3A championship, and you can watch that on TenbandTV. And don't forget, interviews coming up afterwards. The post-game show, it's available on TenbandTV Sports 2. You can find the direct link. It's states.tenband.tv. It takes a few minutes for the players to get from the locker room to the Hat Trick Club, but that'll be available as well for you to view on TenbandTV. Great stuff, as always, by the folks, Trib Live and TenbandTV, and glad to bring you coverage. Bob Orkwis telling you again as North Penn continues to celebrate the final score in the 2A championship. The North Penn Knights 4 and the Erie Cathedral Prep Ramblers 1. You saw it on Trib HSSN and on TenbandTV.
It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh.
And I'll meet you in the schoolyard, baby, for all the marbles. Loose change and I can't buy a thing. I'm like a
Comes out the opposite side. On the backhand over there is Thomas Sprague. Sprague gets it up to Pluck. That puck is dumped by Courtois. Another one of the physical. They lost sight of the puck, even though it squirted out to the near side, but good pressure after winning the face-off by the Ramblers.
Oh, yeah, great start off of that face-off, but
cleared up and out. And the counterattack for Sam Norton, although he loses it. Oh, he steals it. Norton goes in, cuts inside, backhand, forehand, great left pad save. Came in between Coach Vitus and I. Comes to the near point, left side. Sprickman fires.
What was that whistle for?
Is the net off, which happens here a lot at Robert Morris.
Going up for cherry picking a little bit, but credit to ECP, they were able to come back and shut him down, but that's an easy
That's a
call.
penalty on Swords, right? Center point back to Boyle with 7. Fires, never got through. Rebound near side. Cabrales couldn't get it on net. Puts it in front. Had a good chance there late for Pluck. But a straight win for our friends from out east in single A. There's a shot off the face-off. Gloved by Ian Brown.
Off the shot by Del Ritchie from the left point.
If you're Ian Brown.
No, you don't.
Oh, that glove save in the first period. There's another shot. Is that a replay?
Yeah, deja vu. I guess Groundhog Day.
Steals it, drops it back to Kinnear, fires it. Might have caught the piece of the top of the mid of Norton on the near side. Left point Sprickman shot. That is definitely a stick save. That's clear. They try to sneak Shingle behind the D. Brown sees it. Wouldn't have been offside. There's a big open ice hit. Cole Pluck. Good block on the near side by Hyatt. Hats in front, and they poke it wide, the Knights. And Brown loses a glove. Puck slides in front, shot save. Cunningham, great wrist shot. And a better save by Andy Norton to keep this scoreless. Cunningham pushes it forward. Savati denies his chance. Hostetler on the backhand. Puck stolen in front. Kinnear finds the puck and puts it in. Tucker Kinnear gives the Ramblers a 1-0 lead. 4 playoff games for the Ramblers. It was Cunningham on the face. Declan Leahy, which is a good sign if he returned. Check that to see who they gave that penalty to. Winding his way down the right side. Boyle, wrist shot. Snagged and held on to by Ian Brown. There. And now pulled out by Cabrales. Shingle, right point. And a penalty coming. It was Shingle, but it's going to be Cabrales, right? Was there, as is Schwartz. Schwartz wins that. And a nice turn by Garrett Schwartz. And that's a penalty. Forthcoming against Nolan Shingle. It's Ashton Duchini. Morris tries to go back to Duchini. Fires it. Save, rebound. And it bounces wide.
In between them, if he gets that pass to Shingle, he has an open net.
The direct lane in there, but he couldn't get it through. Puck tied up in the right wing corner now. They will have stoppages for that here. A wraparound. Scored front. It was Norton on the wraparound. And it came loose in front, and it's banged in to the empty net. Rebound comes out, and Morris sticks it to the near corner. Left point to James Boyle. Left wing half-boards Nolan Shingle. Walking in is Norton. The net comes off, stopped anyway by Brown. See the left skate? Barely, almost a tic-tac-toe passing play. Save. Puck might not have been on the net, knocked down by Norton, and he wisely, Andy Norton, holds on to lift. Counterattack, Brucey down the right side. Tries to wrist it, does actually get it on the net.
It's off the Mornings.
It is off the Mornings, locked. And Scalise didn't know it was there. He actually retrieved, and the player goes down, and a penalty against McBriar, interference, and goes off the boards to Boyle. Walks the line, fires, Brown right pad save, and a stick save, and a rebound. Kept out of there by Ian Brown. It is James Boyle, near side Cabrales, in front, save Brown. Pluck didn't get everything on it. Brown was following along. Wind up, 35 to go on the North Penn power play from behind his own net. Norton comes down the right wing with speed. Cuts to the net, backhands it, and he scores! That one's going to count. We're tied at 1. Ties the game at 1. Sprickman outlets in his own zone. Knocked down after deflecting the puck up is Sorge. And Sorge. North Penn in their own zone. They lose the puck. They're behind their own goal. And now we get a penalty. And it's those two again. Sorge and Lugera. He'll take his time. He's going to go with Kinnear shorthanded. And that's an offside. They just were disjointed. Cunningham thought about dumping it in. Shoot, Brown saw it, kicked it away. Penalty's over. Ramblers turn it over. A turn for Lugera. Oh, and a good check by Corator as he flattens Lugera. Kept in the... And now Kinnear with speed right side, long wrister. Oh, that... kind of handcuffed Andy Norton. He wanted to stick it to the corner. Turns, fires. No, he didn't fire. He slides it down low. Thought he was going to shoot that. I anticipated too much. Shingle centering pass hits a skate, and it's gloved by Ian Brown. Line work here for the Ramblers. Shot from the point. That's sticked. That's what Norton wanted to do on that previous opportunity, right?
That one just ramp it up and triple.
Trick.
But meanwhile,
Yes.
Garrett Schwartz tied up with the referee has a shot chance.
Haftel and denied on the glove save by Ian Brown. That's what teammates do. He'll stop. Off the bench has a man. Sorge, it was behind him. Centering pass. I believe that's Brucey. Sprickman fires. Rebound! Oh, my goodness. The net
Sorge.
came off, but Sorge had a whole lot of twine to shoot at. Knocked down. Shingle trying to get it out. Finds Norton. Norton has a 2-on-1. Sam Norton, right side. Tees it up. Good blocker save by Ian Brown to keep the game tied at 1.
Strong move by Norton because if anything, if Brucey fakes them all.
Penalty forthcoming. Some for North Penn as well. Off the bench, Scalise. North Penn fans want too many men, and they're going to get it. It comes out. Shingle could not keep it in. That's all Ryland Sorge on that play.
Yeah, Shingle making that little turn up there, and of course,
right wing half boards. It's Sam Norton, cross ice pass. It's James Boyle. Comes to the middle of the ice, shoots, scores! Comes to Cabrales, who skates it up and out. Self pass off the boards. He gets it back. Cabrales walks. Scores! Defensively by Schwartz. Tucker Cunningham, but he's back 1-on-3. One white sweater against 3 blue sweaters. Cunningham gets it in front, but it's cleared away. I believe that was Shingle who got that on this rush. Here comes Corator. Brown does go to the bench. Extra attacker on for the Ramblers. Shot, save, rebound. There is none as it's gloved by Norton. The too many men penalty, right? Del Ricci off the boards. Kept in, no. Squirts out. Shingle, Nolan Shingle, empty netter. And that'll wrap it up for North Penn. Celebrate for real in 3 seconds. Sprickman falls down. And the North Penn Knights, not the Ramblers. North Penn, your 2A state champions. And as North Penn continues to celebrate the final score in the 2A championship, the North Penn Knights 4 and the Erie Cathedral Prep Ramblers 1. You saw it